Hello everybody and welcome to the Tuesday Night Worlds. It's the early bird race. Can you believe it's been a week since the last one already? It's mental. Anyway, it seems the buzz from the Worlds race at the weekend brought an extra influx of riders to the race, and we were looking around 70 or 80 riders lining up for the start. The rollout was a little scrappy though, and again I think that's due to the fact that Watopia has that main climb only a K or so away from the start line. Riders who are pushing a few extra watts can split away from the bunch without even realising it. But once they crested the hill, they were all back together through the village. Come the S's for the first time, and as usual, a group of around 20 to 30 riders started pushing the pace, and they were leaving riders in the wake. The first jersey to be claimed by the front group was the green jersey, and that went to De Grum of Belgium. This group started the second lap together, but up the steepest part of the climb, the elastic was once again stretching a little too far for some, and eventually that group was reducing in size once again. Hoskins and Tygat made the first real move of the night, but neither really worked together, and Tygat was brought back in by the reduced group at the front and almost immediately shelled out the back, such was the blistering pace of that group. Pryor, Coppix, Self, Rooney, Casey, Hoskins, Law, SC, Ronan, PK, Chemilowski and Zander were all working well together, and at the end of the second lap, the second jersey of the night fell into the hands of PK. He took the orange leader's jersey for the fastest lap of the island. In an absolute kamikaze effort, Pryor attacked out of the group along the beachfront, maybe looking to get a gap on them before the climb started, but as soon as that ascent started to kick up, he was reclaimed like an old piece of timber by the group. You can really see how this climb affects the riders, and it always strings out up here. It's a great place to form an attack if you're feeling strong enough. And obviously, with no J Templar in the race tonight, it was as open a race as I'd seen in a long time. Now it was the turn of Andy Self to go up the road, and he towed Rooney with him, and these two started working well together. But such was the pace of Hoskins at the front driving that group, it was only a matter of time before they came back. Coppix was the one to lead things up the climb the following lap, and he pushed the pace, making it too much for some, and they struggled in the change of pace, and again they were shelled out the back. Hoskins crested first, followed by Coppix, but on the descent, Andy Self attacked again. He must have had 3 Weetabix this morning. He was flying. He obviously wasn't happy with the few riders in the group and wanted to contest the race from a smaller group, which is exactly what happened. He broke up the group down to a lead group of 4. 13 seconds behind them now were the remnants of the lead group, and they'd be fighting out for 5th position. The final lap saw hard riding up the climb for the final time, but no real sustained continuance, as Nathan Guerra would say. Actually, talking of Nathan, make sure you go over to his Twitch channel. He's always showing the races live on there. Get involved with the chat. He's such a great guy doing great things for Zwift. Anyway, back to the action. And this group worked well together, but no one could break away. But that didn't stop Andy Self having another go. Inevitably, he was caught and dropped through the S's. Now, it appeared the lead group was down to 3. But then in a show of true British grit, yes, he caught back up with them. But you kind of felt it was on borrowed time, because Hoskins kicked and Self and Chemilowski were thrown out the back. As the riders hit the seafront, it was a 2-up sprint between Coppix and Hoskins. Coppix sat on the wheel of Hoskins till the last 300 metres, then like all good sprinters, popped round him to take victory. Coppix took the win, and such was the closeness for the top 4. I couldn't change cameras in time, so sorry, you'll have to take my word for it. Hoskins second, Chemilowski third, Self was 4th. A little further down the road, the race for 5th was fierce, with Tygat taking it from PK, Rooney, Casey in 8th, Zander 9th, and rounding out the top 10 was Pryor. But, gotta say, my most aggressive rider award this week has to go to Andy Self. Rode so aggressively. It's got nothing to do with him being a Brit. Just an aggressive rider. I love it. Chapeau, mate. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Really want to get these highlights out to as many non-Zwift riders as we can. Show them how much fun Zwift racing actually is. And if you've not done it already, make sure you subscribe.